Alright, so guys, please like, share, subscribe. So the US election has been long gone, long over. So I'm not saying this video is long overdue. So let us dive right into it. So Donald Trump, to my surprise, won the election. Obviously, that's out there. Um, and again, as my previous video had stated, that I've seen where Vice President VP Kamala had started to go left with her campaign, meaning not right, because of the numerous celebrity endorsements. Listen, celebrity endorsement does not work, guys. And the only reason why, not to be contradicting, but the only reason why celebrity endorsement will work is unless you have active celebrities are active in the communities and doing active stuff that are helping poor people, lower income earners, youth, or any disadvantaged members of communities. Not disadvantaged meaning just people who are, who are physically disabled or whatever, but as people, again, like poor people. So, so when you have, say, like a Lady Gaga, or, like a sports star, say, one of my favorite athlete, LeBron or whatever, if they're not saying these guys don't do stuff for poor people or disadvantaged people, for the have-nots, people with physical challenges, but if they're not active and it is not known out there, then their endorsement and being on stage, it doesn't help. It doesn't help. Yes, there are a lot of people who are poor and they're very rich now that will never forget where you're coming from. But the uptick of is that all people seeing are these rich people trying to tell you who to vote for and what to do. And the biggest message of all, like the one I've seen with the Hillary Clinton campaign, is like it's a rock star concert. People remember there's inflation there. Your liquid your disposable income spending power has decreased significantly. You cannot buy the same amount of item for $100 as you did 5 years ago, 10 years ago, because these are some rapidly increasing, probably the word you could term it, aggravated inflation. So when you're doing like a rock star event, concert with these multi-millionaire, it's the optic is like these are people that don't understand what you're feeling, as most Americans, middle income, lower income earner. If it goes well, you probably call upper class because say you're working even say 200,000 a year. You have you probably have a bigger house, you got a bigger family, want to get your kids in more activities. So your expenses is more when you list your monthly expense. Because a poor person probably wouldn't send their child to fencing class. While a rich person wants to, and there's nothing wrong with wanting a child to fencing, but I'm saying your monthly expense is more because you have more activity to pay for compared to someone who's a lower income earner, you know. But the bottom line is people are not seeing as you trying to celebrate, they're seeing rich people trying to tell them what to do who are not feeling what they're feeling. And again, there was also a blame game going around. That's why I didn't like to do this video late of should Biden have stayed on, should he have dropped out earlier, Kamala. And again, Kamala campaign was about I personally have problem with Trump because of racial issue, and that guy stay tuned because that racial issue I have something big to talk about coming to the ending of the video with that racial issue. But anyway, again, so what I realized with this election, and it's not something is a post-marking, dissecting the election. I realized it prior before that, Kamala is talking about, allowing man and woman bathroom, and and we spoke about the January 6th attack on the capital. Again, the attack on the capital is people saying you guys are feeling what the regular people are usually feeling. So we regular people don't care. You guys sit in your posh, nice chair in the capital. You guys have nice vacation, go away for summer. You guys are seem untouchable. There are people going through daily life, and let me jump from January 6th to another issue. And I think I've said it in the video before, that Trump used the system that people feel is against them and use it against Kamala and the Democrats. You understand? Like, the people feel the justice system is not fair. And America, trust me, you really need to overhaul the justice system, where people can feel it's a fair system, and it's a honest, and it's very truthful to core what the purpose is about. The overall, because people feel you could just jump in and weaponize, and really a lot of people feels you could just use the police force. You could just use the justice system to get own benefit. You're rich, you're white, you're privileged, you are extremely rich, you are beneficial. Obviously, you could tell I have a lot of accent. I was just watching a program with a former Jamaican Prime Minister, P.J. Patterson. And in attendance was another former Prime Minister, Bruce Golding. And they were talking about moving our Supreme Court from the UK, which is the Privy Council, to the Caribbean. And I think the Labour Party in Jamaica want their own Supreme Court, while the opposition party, which is actually in opposition now, wants to go to the Caribbean Court of Justice as the Supreme Court. But the point I'm trying to make, what the Prime Minister said, is that justice is not cheap. Former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson, he said justice is not cheap. And it cannot be that way where there's a price on legal justice. A price cannot be on legal justice, guys. Justice supposed to be fair and free all the time, every time. Cannot be moved, cannot be changed, cannot be challenged. Unless there's some constitutional amendment that changes the precedent of our law is interpreted, and that's what you use going forward. If that makes sense. I'm not going to explain that. It kind of sounds rambling on to myself anyway, but you get the point. So, yeah. So, Trump, former president, President-elect Donald Trump, uses the broken system against the system itself. And won handsomely. And I give him props for that. And, you look at the dynasties in China, and I don't have a deep knowledge of the dynasty. I used to remember. You look at the British, the monarchy that have ruled for how many centuries. I'm telling you, guys, if we don't overhaul and fix the system in America, and we're seeing countries like China and Russia, Iran, the countries that is gunning for America, not to use that word. If we don't fix our system and make it fair and not questionable, the great America as we see it will eventually be no more. And it's true, President Trump has tested the system, and I think I'm surprised how far he went. And as long as man and woman greed for power existed, it was there from the beginning, and it will be in the end. America is heading for some dark days. And I'm telling you, fix the system. People like my skin color can feel the system is fair and can feel trustworthy and believe in the system. Fix the system so rich white people do not feel they can take advantage of the situation. Because if it's not fixed, you're going to be a problem. Because remember, there are white Democrats, there are white Republicans, there are white poor people, there are white rich people. The system needs to fix where it would not be a problem 50 years from now or 100 years from now. And I can predict this. If America doesn't fix the system, at 60 to 75 years from now, America is going to be heading into some dangerous water. We need to fix that. Now, I think I'm trying to go back to January 6th. I don't remember where I left off, but let me go back to January 6th. Yeah, so it was the untouchables that feel that they weren't touchable that were affected. So while we, the little man on the road, should care, and especially you guys are making the laws, you guys are creating an economical atmosphere that is unbearable. So why should we care about you guys being attacked? Why should we care about you guys being challenged? Especially from technically one of y'all own. Because former President Trump become one of y'all own. Even though he's acting, he's not like one of y'all. He came to drain the swamp, but he's basically one of you guys now. And you have a man that is, and I should do my homework, that is, I think, is second generation American. I think his parents, probably born here, I'm not sure, but his grandparents are not from here, making immigration issue. He has anchor babies, immigrant wives, they have accent like me, and you have a runaway issue with immigrant and immigration. And I, for one, kind of agree with the Trump. And I always tell, I have a few friends, my black friends, as President Trump would say, that insisted they'll be voting for Trump. And I'm pissed as hell. If that say I vote for Kamala, it doesn't matter whether I vote for Kamala or Trump. I'm not here to tell who I vote for. But voting for, because the reason why I say I'm pissed, I'm not so much who I vote for, because my issue with Trump is his way of questioning whether you have respect for us as African American and understanding where we're coming from. That's why I'm pissed with friends that said that in Jamaica said if they were here they would support Trump, and those friends who are here that actually voted for Trump. You understand? Because I think that's a disservice to your ancestors. The way he talks as if there's no respect for us African American. Well, the border situations I spoke about, it's fine with me. Biden dropped the ball on the border situation. I agree that too many people came through at the same time. Too many people. It was just a ball of mess. I mean, from coming out of Afghanistan and the border situation, Biden definitely dropped the ball. And Kamala, she energized the base. She did. But when you energize the base and the base says, okay, we're back now, we're ready. What you got for us? There was nothing from her to us. And I'm surprised, she have Jamaican blood that ran through her. I don't know if it was our anglers or our caretakers that makes her make the campaign go the way it go. But it was a disappointing campaign. And at first I thought that she has the thing to beat Trump and even alongside victory, but as the campaign go along and there was nothing. How can you have inflation cross over the line and you speaking nothing economically? When Biden and Obama bring back the country when under the Obama presidency, and Biden bring back the country from the Trump presidency, after COVID. And then you start to talk about, come on, we all know that, look at the debate. I saw the debate with Biden, and I could not watch it after 5 minutes. I pulled my comforter and went to my bed. I was watching it right on that computer there behind me, the monitor, and I couldn't. And this goes to show you that we cannot prop up these people. We prop up these people for power. And I understand where you're coming from, because there's people look at Biden and say you should have stepped down. And one of the issues with that is that there are thousands of people that remain employed with Biden still being a president. And if he had stepped down, those people, most of those people got being replaced, thousands, for whoever the new president would have been, even if it was VP Kamala Harris, because she would have bringing her own people. And that reminds me of the runner, I don't know, I forgot her name, the son. When she came, she tied for fourth in a race, and you say you've been there long enough, why didn't you give it to this upper newcomer? And she said, if it was up to her, she would have, but there's so many people got behind her that is part of her team that she have to do it for them to stay and go participate in the, I don't remember if it was the World Championship or Olympic. But in politics, I get that with Biden, but I think Biden, in my opinion, those situation, I have said it a long time, I probably said in my videos before, Biden should have stepped down from his 2-year mark. After the midterm election, he should have stepped down and give it to Kamala and give her time to get her foot wet and to get her going. And that way, the Democrat probably could have won, this past election. But I hear a lot of people take out the post-election cadaver and bisect it. And let me get my notes. I don't really need my notes, but let me get my notes. A lot of people, dissect the post-election Martin. And most of what I just said a while ago was mentioned by a lot of people. But funny enough, how much does racism have to play in this election? And let me just give you my take before I close this video. Here we are, a rich white man who just prior to the closing days of the campaign before the election, as someone on one of his platform talking about a floating garbage of people in the sea. It was actually the Caribbean Sea, a country called Puerto Rico. And everybody go crazy. But guys, Puerto Rico does not have much significant political power in terms of the electoral college for the presidential election. And Trump and his team, well, former president, now President-elect Trump, team knows this. So this is why these people are allowed to say these things and get away with this. Your team is the one that's supposed to be skillful to find a way how to take incidents like these and make it into something big so you can win the election. The Kamala Harris team failed in this occasion many times. And here's my racial issue with this. America is still a racist country. It's still a racial country. America not going to sit there and let a white man be defeated by a bunch of black ladies. So here you are, as Trump is, I'm just doing this for context, a confused black lady. She doesn't know she's Indian or black, which is still the minority in America. Because the Indian population is higher than the Middle East population in India, although they say India is Asia, is higher than the USA population. But here you are, a rich white man is running for the presidency of the United States against a black woman. And they try to incriminate him with other black with court cases from other black women. Wandrea Sheamus and Ruby Freeman, the mother and daughter team election worker from Georgia. They're two black ladies. Fannie T. Willis, the Georgia Fulton County DA that is trying to imprison former President Trump. And guess what, guys? You have Letitia Tish James, the New York State Attorney General. These are all 4 black women. And then we throw in Vice President Kamala Harris, 5 black women that America will not sit and let and allow to get the best of a rich white man. And if you think that those red states are deep red states, as you say, especially with the electoral college system of voting governance that we have, that was undermined, you have something to think again. So, going forward, America have to take a deeper issue. Now, this was a racial charged election. It was. And Trump won handsomely. And Republican was able to take over the Senate and the House. And I'm not sure what the gubernatorial races were. I think they probably won that too. So it was a massive win for the GOP party. And I just, in my personal opinion, I cannot help but to think that because when you look at these 5 black ladies, African American, trying to down a president of the United States, a white man, it's not going to happen. And in final closing, I said, as the Constitution said, the hiring of slaves, let me stop. That part is not necessary. But America still have a long way to go. And we hope we move fast, because that is what must be done. Guys, please like, please share, and please subscribe. God bless you. God bless America.